The show starts in 1 minute.
Good evening, folks. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
I'm applauding myself. Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Jim. My channel is More Sunshine, Please. This is my weekly Tuesday night live stream. I hope you're doing well. Coming up on the show, I've got a top 15 list. I might eat something. I might play Wordle. And I've got an announcement concerning The Boy. But first... let's see who's in the chat. Is that too loud? It is too loud to me. All right. And here we go. No, I'm not there yet. I can't get up there. Our gold medalist first in the chat today. It's Joey's World. Congratulations on another gold medal. Our silver medalist is Noah. Another silver. And our bronze is Super Fluffy Yeti. The first three in the chat. Thank you so much, guys, for your training and your dedication. You guys are always finishing near the top of the pack. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but thank you and congratulations on the medals that you seem to give yourselves. Okay, I'm kidding. Joey's best bud is also here. Someday you will get a medal. It won't be today. But someday, we can always hope. Youper Wisdom Videos, how are you? It's always great to see you. Thanks for spending a bit of your Tuesday with us. Keith is also here. BDF. There it is. There's the update. 65 days until his first trip to Walt Disney World. And 66 days until his 60th birthday. Can't wait. Pepper Tree Villa is here. Season's greetings. Scrolling down. Michelle the Quilter, who just left a kind comment. I got the notification on my phone. Watched one of my YouTube shorts that I originally posted to TikTok. And left me a nice comment. Thank you very much for that. And thank you for being here during the live stream. James Ryan, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. Margie Butcher, great to see you as well. Paul Eichenlaub, I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here. And Sir Gary of the Beaches, good evening to you, sir. D&G Explorers, also here. There it is. That was delayed. And Miss Amy, hi to you. Thanks for being here. Steve's World, good to see you as well. Steve was live yesterday, and I was working, but I saw that he was live, and in his numbers, when I poked in, he had 500 and some people watching him, and he's just exploding. Every time he goes to the parks, it's awesome, and he deserves it, and he's doing really well, and I hope he just explodes even more, figuratively, not literally. Mom and Dad, hello to you. Mar in Memphis, season's greetings. Waiting to have your taxes done. Good luck with that. That sounds like fun. Simba 2, good evening. Thank you. Now I can't control anything. I'm stuck. Okay, I guess I'll just have to return to that later. As I mentioned before, I alluded to... I didn't allude to a decision last week, but longtime viewers of the show know my son, who we call the boy, here, was accepted into. He applied to 4 colleges. He was accepted into all of them. He told 2 of them thanks but no thanks, and it was his decision on where to go to college in the fall came down to Florida State University and the University of Florida. As it turns out, he was just accepted to a 5th college that he didn't apply to, but he got something in the mail today. And he was also accepted to Valdosta State, which is in Georgia. And they just said, you don't even have to apply. You are accepted. Anyway, so we went, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, we went to Tallahassee to tour the campus one more time. So his decision was between the University of Florida, which is a great school. It's a top 5 public university in the country, and Florida State University, which is actually top 20 now. They are moving up. They're at 19, according to U.S. News and World Report. So he had a lot weighing on him. We toured both campuses twice, and we got back 2 weeks ago or 2 weekends ago from Tallahassee, which is the where Florida State is, and so we came home after that, still undecided but leaning. We knew that, and he finally did make a decision. And I'm here to announce it. He's not here to announce it, but I am. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Oh, I don't even remember which slide I have it on. I think it's this one. There it is! He's going to be a Florida State Seminole in the fall. Can't hear the music. There it is. Let me tell you about his decision, because he did ache over it. All right, we got it. He was accepted to both schools. He applied to the Honors College at Florida State University and got in. I think it was here. Yeah, there it is at the bottom. We let everybody know. We sent this out to people. Anyway, he also got a scholarship to Florida State University. And while both of those things are great, he knows what he wants to study, and he wants to go into international affairs, which is Florida State has a better program for that. He ached over the decision, and it's hard to pass up a great school like Florida. But when we went back to Tallahassee, and it was my first time touring it, the first time he went with my wife, his mom, and he really fell in love with the place there, and it is a beautiful campus. And I went with him the second time. I had never seen the campus, and I fell in love with it. I wanted to go to school there. It is it's beautiful. They really put a lot into their landscaping, and they take pride in the beautification of their campus. But, and it's also a smaller campus, 489 acres, if I remember correctly, and I do. So he was honors college scholarship, the program he wants to get into. Also, it's in Tallahassee, as I had mentioned, and he's very interested in an internship at the state capitol. Tallahassee's the state capital of Florida. He could walk to the Capitol building from the campus. So that's great. Also, there's both schools had a study abroad program. Florida State's seemed to work better for him. And so eventually he'll be studying abroad for at least a semester. And we're all very excited about him doing that. But just going to what I discovered was a great school. I also toured Florida with him. That's in Gainesville, Florida. And that's a great campus too, and a very good school. We talked to the kid that gave us a tour of Florida State, and he had been accepted to both schools and both honors colleges, actually. And he chose Florida State just because it felt better to that kid. He said it was a little less cutthroat there. He just felt like he'd be a number at Florida, and I kind of get that. It's still hard to... I think you get a bit of that at every college, but he was a senior and still super happy to be a Seminole. And, yeah. What's James saying? Soon enough comes the day when you actually have to bring him there and leave him there. I well remember bringing my girls and wishing they had remained 5 and 6 forever. No, I don't want that kid to be 5 or 6. I remember those days. He got better. I'm kidding. Half kidding. No, I understand that. Here's the thing, though. I am super excited for him. I couldn't wait. I knew he had it was between two schools, and I couldn't wait to get the gear. I wanted to be I was just all on board. When he made the decision, I was like, yes, I'm all in. And I was I've been stoked ever since he made a decision. And again, the campus is awesome. It's about 4.5 hours away, a 4.5 hour drive from here. And it wasn't that bad till we got to Ocala. And that was a parking lot on I-75 both ways. But it's about twice as far as Gainesville would have been. But whatever. It's I couldn't be more excited for that kid. So yeah. That was it. That's the announcement I have been waiting to share, and I'm so proud of him. And Surfer Girl, welcome in. I'm proud of you too. Proud of everybody. Catherine Wilby, good to see you as well. Thanks for being here, everybody. Just sharing some family news. I will say though, I also bought a T-shirt which is in the dirty laundry, so I had to break out the hoodie, and it's 85 degrees here today, so I'm probably going to take this off soon, But yeah, I just wanted to share the news. Thank you for the congratulations, everybody, in the well wishes. Yeah, Florida State Seminole. I didn't care where he went to school. I would have been happy and proud of him either way. Again, his international affairs, they have a better program for that at Florida State University. That's kind of huge. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody. All right, let's move on. Let's focus back onto me. I'm half kidding again. Oh, I have something to eat. Many months ago, my family and I, including the boy, we did a live stream where we taste tested many varieties of Reese's candies. Reese's peanut butter cups with pretzels, Reese's big cups, Reese's Take 5, Reese's Nutrageous, Reese's Outrageous. You get it. I think we did over 20. Well, since that show, I had found Reese's with potato chip bits. That was pretty good. And now here's a brand new one, so it's time for Jim's eating again on camera, or whatever I call it. Okay, so because it was warm out here, and when we did the live stream with all the Reese's candies, they started to melt because it was warm out here. I do this... I don't have the strongest air conditioning out here in the More Sunshine Please studios. So I had this in ice, which is practically melting. So let me show you what I've got here. Am I ready? Here we go. This is Reese's Clusters. Now, this came in a bag full of little ones. This is a small one. I don't know if there's a large candy bar version of this. But this is new for Easter, I think, because the bag had, pink and light blue and green wrappers on all the candies. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that. The Reese's Clusters, creamy peanut butter, caramel, peanuts, and pecans wrapped in milk chocolate. Now, this doesn't have the peanut butter like in the peanut butter cup. This has the peanut butter cream that's in some of their other candy bars. So, I'm going to eat this right now. Some eat music. Looks a little like a turtle. I think maybe this is their version of a turtle. It's good. All right, enough of that. It's delicious, actually. It's not as good as the regular Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, which is still at the top of the list. But I would not turn one of these down. On the back, there's allergy information. Contains peanuts, tree nuts, milk, soy, macadamia nuts, pecans, almonds, and hazelnuts. On the front of the package, the description just mentioned the peanuts and pecans. Macadamia nuts are expensive. That's very good. The caramel adds a nice, some of their other candy bars have caramel or caramel in there as well. I'm ignoring my chat. There's the Disney Nerd Herders.
Nerds!
Out looking for a prom dress. The boy has prom this weekend. We were looking for a suit or at least a sports coat for him this past weekend. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah, the clusters. Reese's Clusters. Thumbs up from me. I guess it was kind of like their version of a turtle, if everybody knows what that is. With the chunks of peanuts and pecans and whatever other. It seems like there were 3 other types of nuts in there as well. Yes, although, again, it's the peanut butter cream in those and not the straight peanut butter like in the original Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, which, we talked about, my wife mentioned this earlier. It's hard to improve upon that. It's just such a perfect candy if you're into peanut butter and chocolate. 2 great tastes that taste great together. So, yeah. So thumbs up. Thank you for watching me eat again. If you saw my thumbnail for this live stream, you saw that I had announced that today is, what did I call it? National Flash Drive Day. I was not kidding. It is actually National Flash Drive Day, among other things. Let me tell you about National Flash Drive Day, just because it's so bizarre. Well, let me tell you about the flash drive, I guess. Dr. Fujio Masuoka, working for Toshiba, invented flash memory. The flash part of the technology gets its name because the quick erasure action of the memory technology was similar to a camera's flash. Interesting. I never knew that. As the years progressed and the technology enhanced, floppy disks and disk drives became just some of the ways in which the technology was being utilized. However, with the advent of the flash drive, other forms of memory drives became obsolete due to their flimsy or bulky structures. The world has Dov Moran, Oran Ogden, and Amir Bond to thank for the flash drive invention. These Israeli scientists working for M Systems created the more compact and rectangular chip that made storing and transferring data much easier. Initially, they were only sold in Singapore. Okay, I got a whole page of this. I won't read it all. That's interesting. If you keep a flash drive in the refrigerator, it will live longer? I didn't know that either. Wow. What's this? Reese's made me go get my milk chocolate sea salt wafers. That sounds like a good thing, so you're welcome. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I blanked there for a second. It is also, and this is apropos, it's National Caramel Day, or caramel. I kind of like to say, I grew up saying caramel, but it's spelled caramel. There's an extra A in there. So, let's see. The first caramel, Arabs, they would boil sugar and water to create chewy candies. That's believed to be the invention of caramel. It doesn't say when that happened, but it was before 1650. That's when caramel came to North America. People would melt sugar in kettles. 1880, modern day caramel or caramel. Candy makers introduced milk and fat to the caramel making process, which is how we make caramel today. 1886, Milton Hershey sets up the first caramel making company, which he later sells to dabble in chocolate making. That worked out well for him. Caramel comes in different shades of brown depending on the ingredients added to make it. All right. It is also, last one. Last bizarre holiday. This is First Contact Day. Fans of Star Trek may know what this is. The rest of you couldn't care less. But First Contact Day, Trekkies or Trekkers believe that April 5th, 2063, that's in the future, they believe it'll be an important moment in the history of mankind. I don't think they believe that. I think they just like to celebrate that. I don't know who wrote this. I don't think anybody really believes that's going to happen. Let me explain. It is on that day that scientist Zephram Cochrane first achieves warp drive in his Phoenix spacecraft. This, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this happened in the movie Star Trek First Contact, which came out in 1996. So he achieved warp in his Phoenix spacecraft. Only a few moments after the historic launch, Vulcans appear at the base near Bozeman, Montana. I guess he was in an Air Force base or something. I don't remember. Okay, so First Contact Day thus also honors the achievements of fictional Dr. Cochrane. So First Contact Day, April 5th, 2063 is when we're going to make first contact with an alien species. In this case, Vulcans. You may know Vulcan. Spock from Star Trek is a Vulcan. It was that species that visited us. Star Trek came onto television in 1966. The first Star Trek movie was in 1979. Star Trek the Motion Picture. 1996 was Star Trek First Contact, which is where this silliness derives from. And in 2063, that's when humans and the Vulcans make contact for the first time. So, all right. April 5th, 2063. Star Trek Day. There is actually a Star Trek Day, but that's not until September 8th. I don't know. Gary, did you know that? You did. All right. I saw that movie. I remember that. I remember the First Contact. I thought it was a neat story. Vulcans in Montana. Yes, Mar. I guess. Wasn't Close Encounters of the Third Kind in Montana? Devil's Mountain, or whatever. Was that Montana? I don't remember. Somewhere over there. Maybe Wyoming. It doesn't matter. All right, gang. Where am I? Let's play Wordle. All right, there it is. I'm going to head on over to there and ignore the chat for a moment as I play Wordle. Let's get some Wordle music going here just to fill the void as I think. I have to think during this. As I mentioned last week, I start out with the word moist because S and T are very popular letters. This word also has two vowels. And M is in lots of words. I don't know. Anyway, so it didn't work out well today. But we do know there's a T in the word. So if I now... Let's put T at the beginning. Let's go with the word teach because E and A, two more vowels. Let's get the vowels out of the way. There's an A. But they're not in the right place. These letters are not in the right place yet. But what if... Why am I talking like that? Now I got to come up with words using the letters that I haven't used yet. Let's use a U. Let's get a word with the letter U. How about plunk? This is a word. I hope they accept it, but I haven't used any of these letters yet. So there's an L. Okay. We've got letters. All right, so... There is, alphabetically, there's an A, an L, an N, and a T. So we know 4 of the letters, but we don't know where any of them are exactly. So let me look at my paper, because I find it easier when I write it down. If I could put together the letters A and T, but they're not the last 3 letters. We know that. So maybe the word begins with A-N-T, and well, I can't make a word now. Not with an L. All right, maybe ant was a bad idea. Well, there's no L. I could put the word angle or angel. Okay, so we know L is the last letter. And L. All right. So we know N is not the second or fourth letter. So maybe it begins with N. Maybe N-A. Could it be the word natal? N-A-T. Is it A-L? All right. Can't forget about using more than, or using the letters more than once. So, okay. All right. It's writing it down. When I didn't write it down, I would freeze up here playing Wordle on a live stream. I've learned my lesson. All right, gang. Let's take an intermission. And then when we come back, let's do a top 15 list. Stick around. I hope you're hungry.
Hungry? How about a hearty Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwich? Castleberry's has the smoky, savory goodness you get only with the finest lean chunks of meat, slow-cooked over a real barbecue pit to seal in the succulent juices, and braised with a zesty barbecue sauce. No wonder Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches have such a luscious flavor. Great with soft drinks, French fries, and other fine snacks. Visit our snack bar now and ask for Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches.
What is that? What are we doing? What am I doing? There we are. How'd that happen? Okay. Just looked at my desk. You saw the melted ice. That's what I kept a little Reese's candy in. It's just water now. You know how warm it is in here. Okay. But it worked. It worked well. Okay. I may take a drink during this top 15 list, and I'm using this cup that the boy doesn't want anymore. So, it's mine now. All right. There we go. Time for a top 15 list, and I wanted to do something college-themed, and I didn't really know what to do it on. I had mentioned before that Florida State University, the campus is 489 acres, and that's not terribly big. I guess it's mid-sized. I guess it's considered a mid-sized campus. Florida is larger. I'm not exactly sure what their acreage is, but it's much larger than that. So it got me to thinking, what are the largest campuses in the United States? So that's what I'm doing. We are counting down the largest college campuses in the U.S. by acres. There are many lists that measure different things, like enrollment, for example, which, if we were doing that, the University of Central Florida, UCF, here in Orlando, in the backyard of Walt Disney World, that would be number 2 on that list, with about 69,000 students. That's a lot. Number 1 on that list would be Texas A&M. They have about 71,000 students currently enrolled. But we're not doing that. We're doing by acres because that's what I started with. So let's get to number 15, if I can. I'll just leave that there. Trust me, it's number 15. And number 15 is the University of Connecticut, or you may know this as UConn. UConn is a public land grant research university in Storrs, Connecticut. I think that's how you say it, Storrs. It was founded in 1881. The primary 4,400-acre campus is in Storrs, approximately a half hour's drive from Hartford and 90 minutes from Boston. So UConn is number 15. Let me just try something here. Do you hear my neighbor? He's got the... All right, let's see here. Bear with me. And there we go. The number 15's behind me now. You don't care about it, but I do. All right. Well, let me get my banner going, too. This may not interest anybody else, but I found this fascinating, so that's what my live stream's about. My top 15 list. Ben is driving and listening. Be careful, Ben. Oh, I had a terrible commute home. Normally, it's about 15 minutes. I'm lucky to have a 15-minute commute. But there was an accident, and I luckily had the Waze app on my phone and was able to realize the traffic isn't moving. Well, I didn't need the app for that. But long story short, it took me about 45 to 50 minutes to get home going in alternate direction. Oh, well. Anyway. Be safe, Ben. All right, number 14. Let me get this over here. Number 14 on the list of largest campuses in the country. This is Mississippi State University. Or I guess its real name is Mississippi State University for Agriculture and Applied Science. It's a public land grant research university adjacent to Starkville, Mississippi. The university has 160 buildings, and the grounds comprise about 4,200 acres. Well, wait a minute. That's smaller than Connecticut. Oh, I see. Hang on. The university also owns an additional 80,000 acres across the state. But I think we're just counting the main campus here. So maybe that should have been 15. They're the Bulldogs, by the way. If you couldn't get that. Number 13. Number 13 is the only historically black college on the list. And this is Tuskegee University. It's a private, historically black land-grant university in Tuskegee, Alabama. The campus is designated as the Tuskegee Institute National Historic Site by the National Park Service. The university was home to scientist George Washington Carver and to World War II's Tuskegee Airmen. The university is home to nearly 3,000 students from around the U.S. and over 30 countries. The university's campus was designed by architect Robert Robinson Taylor, the first African-American to graduate from MIT, in conjunction with David Williston, the first professionally trained African-American landscape architect. Oh, it doesn't say how big the campus is, but it's between 4,400 acres and... I don't have the number for the next one either. It doesn't matter. So that was Tuskegee University. Number 12, one of two Big Ten schools on the list. Do I have that right? I think so. But which one? Do I have it right? Here we go. This is Michigan State University, the second MSU on the list. We had Mississippi State earlier. This is a public land-grant research university in East Lansing, Michigan. MSU was founded in 1855 and served as a model for land-grant colleges and universities later created under the Morrill Act of 1862. What's the Morrill Act, you ask? I didn't know either, so I printed the Wikipedia page all about it. I'm just reading the first part. The Morrill Land Grants Acts, actually, are United States statutes that allow for the creation of land-grant colleges in U.S. states using the proceeds from sales of federally owned land, often obtained from indigenous tribes through treaty, cession, or seizure. Well, that's not great. The Morrill Act of 1862, blah, 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 enacted during the Civil War. Morrill Act of 1890, and... the Agricultural College Act of 1890 was expanded that original model. So, all right. So, well, that brought me down. Anyway, today MSU is one of the largest universities in the United States in terms of enrollment. It wasn't in the top two, as we know. and has approximately 634,300 living alumni worldwide. All right. Next, moving on. Number 11 is, I've mentioned this before, it was number 1 on the list of largest colleges by enrollment. This is Texas A&M University. It's in College Station, Texas. It was founded in 1876, became the flagship institution of the Texas A&M University system in 1948. As of fall 2021, Texas A&M student body is the largest in the United States. The main campus spans over 5,500 acres. Remember, FSU, where the boys going, is under 500 acres. It's home to the George H.W. Bush Presidential Library and Museum. That's Texas A&M University. All right. We're in the top 10 now. We're counting down the top, the largest colleges in the country by acres. So we're at number 10. Here we are. Sorry. UC Davis, or the University of California, Davis. It's near Davis, California. It's named a public Ivy. A public Ivy, if you're not familiar, you know the Ivy League schools, Harvard, Yale, blah, blah, blah. Private schools, notably some of the finest in the country. Well, there's a designation that somebody came up with called the public Ivy schools. And I think they did that in the mid-'80s. University, or UC Davis being one of them, University of Michigan another. I think UC Berkeley's in there. And others. Sorry. I know they revised the list once, and they added 30 more schools. And I know Michigan State is part of that now, which, what? Anyway, so that's UC Davis, number 10. The main campus is located 15 miles west of Sacramento. The ratio of students to long-term residents estimated at 1 to 4. Also contributing to the college town environment is the close proximity of downtown Davis to the campus's main quad, just a matter of a few blocks. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Does it say how large it is? It doesn't. So, but we know it's larger than Texas A&M. So it's more than 5,500 acres. All right. Moving on. Number 9. I hope I haven't bored you yet. But number 9 on the list of... it's another California school. Do I have a picture? I sure do. Cal Poly. Actual name, California Polytechnic State University, San Luis Obispo. It's a public university in San Luis Obispo, California. It is one of 3 polytechnics in the California State University system. It owns 9,178 acres and is the second largest landholding university in California. So you know another California university's coming up on this list. The lands are used for student education and include the main campus, 2 nearby agricultural lands, and 2 properties in Santa Cruz County. All right. We've got number 8. Getting it ready. Here we go. This was surprising, I guess, because I don't know much about this school. At number 8 on the list, Liberty University. It's a private evangelical university in Lynchburg, Virginia. It was founded by Jerry Falwell Sr. and Elmer L. Towns in 1971. When measured in terms of student enrollment, it is one of the largest Christian universities in the world and one of the largest private nonprofit universities in the United States. Although the university's physical campus is in Lynchburg, most of the students are online. In 2020, the university enrolled about 95,000 students, 15,000 of those in its residential program, and 80,000 in online courses. So I don't think this is a secret, but Dean from the Live Place has a child that goes to Liberty University, or it did. PTV, my coworker's twins will be graduating this year from Liberty. It's a huge online school. Are they doing it that way? Your coworker, do their twins live in California? I'm assuming. They have so many more online students. But did I say... Oh, it doesn't list the... Oh, wait a minute. No, I do have the list. Sorry. All right. Liberty University, 6,819 acres. That's huge. But only number 8 on the list. So let's get to number 7. They're just getting larger. Number 7 on the list. Penn State. Or the Pennsylvania State University. Never hear anybody say that. It's a public state-related land-grant research university with campuses and facilities throughout Pennsylvania. Founded in 1855 as the Farmers High School of Pennsylvania, Penn State became the state's only land-grant university in 1863. Today, Penn State is a major research university which conducts teaching, research, and public service. The University Park campus has been labeled one of the public Ivies. All right. I think they were one of the original public Ivies. If not, whatever. Who cares? Yeah, Liberty University, 6,800 acres. Yeah, around 7,000 acres. What's James saying? The Ivy League or public Ivy list includes great schools, as are the 28 Jesuit universities. Is that sign really big, or are those people really small? I don't know. I think that's the little train in Epcot. I think that might be, they might be phony people. Kind of looks that way, doesn't it? And the train's going to go over that sign, which is actually a bridge. I can see that happening. Good call. Let's see. Where am I? Penn State. All right. Oh, public Ivy. All right, let's move on. Okay, so number 6. Let me call it up here. Number 6. By the way, there are no Florida universities on this list, but I did mention that UCF, or University of Central Florida, had the second largest enrollment. So they've packed a ton of kids into not as large an area, I guess. Fox Hollow, welcome in. Oh, Penn State, huh? The Nittany Lions. Where are we? Number 6. Here it is. Here is the other California university. Not that. Wrong button. This button. Stanford University. Officially, Leland Stanford Junior University. I never knew that. It's a private research university located in the census-designated place of Stanford, California, near the city of Palo Alto. I've only known it as being Palo Alto. I didn't know anything about Stanford, California. But again, that's not my part of the world. The campus occupies 8,180 acres, 6th largest in the United States. It enrolls over 17,000 students. Stanford is ranked among the top universities in the world. Yes, it is. You know what I've been doing lately, and this should have been, it was my wife's idea, but I didn't have time to put it together. Because the boy was doing the college decision making, and weeks ago, months ago probably, he was opening his college decision emails. They're emails now. Donna Jaworski, season's greetings. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. I have been watching on YouTube college decision reactions. Kids opening up their college decision emails, whether they're on their phone or a computer, whether they have their family around them or they're alone, whether it's with friends or they have members of their church around them. It is emotional for some of these kids, like whether it's the college they've been yearning to get into, it's their top choice and has been since they were small children. They have a lot at stake. A lot of these kids that put out these videos do it because they saw other kids do it, and they enjoyed it, and they wanted to do it too. I've been enjoying watching it. There are some compilations that put together the best of them. Those are awesome because the reactions are so demonstrative, So we've been watching a lot of those. And Ivy Day, I think this year's Ivy Day, which is where all the Ivy League schools, they all release their decisions on the same day, and it's called Ivy Day. And I think that just happened. So kids are going to start posting this year's college decision reaction videos. They've already started, actually, but now they'll include Ivy Day. So it's been a lot of fun. Anyway, my wife's idea was that should have been the top 15 list. My favorite of those reactions. Maybe next week, because I would love to share that with you. Now let's continue on with this list. Number 5. We're in the top 5 now. I'll show you the picture. I don't remember what it is. Oh, here it is. Duke University. Duke was just in the Final Four again. It's in Durham, North Carolina, founded by Methodists and Quakers in the present-day town of Trinity in 1838. The school moved to Durham in 1892. In 1924, tobacco and electric power industrialist James Buchanan Duke established the Duke Endowment, and the institution changed its name to honor his deceased father, Washington Duke. The campus spans over 8,600 acres on 3 contiguous sub-campuses in Durham and a marine lab in Beaufort. All right. Duke is it's a private university among the finest in the country, I guess. That's not an Ivy. I don't know much about it other than, Coach K and their basketball team. And I guess their lacrosse team was in the news a few years ago. But I don't know much about Duke, but I know a lot of kids, by watching the reaction videos, I know a lot of them apply to Duke. So, it's a big deal to go to Duke. Yeah. All right, number 4 on the list of biggest college campuses in the country in terms of acres. Where are we? 4? I just said that, didn't I? Here it is. What is that, you say? This is a university I've never heard of before. It's called Sewanee, the University of the South, commonly known as Sewanee. It's a private Episcopal liberal arts college in Sewanee, Tennessee. It's owned by 28 Southern Dioceses of the Episcopal Church, and its School of Theology is an official seminary of the church. The university's School of Letters offers graduate degrees in American literature and creative writing. The campus, officially called the Domain, or affectionately the Mountain, consists of 13,000 acres of scenic mountain property atop the Cumberland Plateau, with the developed portion occupying about 1,000 acres. So they've got buildings on about 1,000 acres, but the actual campus is 13,000 acres large. Sewanee. I know Christy of Christie's Corner, member of our community, YouTube Disney community, is from Tennessee, I believe, that neck of the woods. Perhaps she's familiar with that school. It sounds huge and probably beautiful. Let's see. Number 3. All right. Number 3 on the list. Let me show you a picture. Here it is. This is the United States Military Academy, also known as West Point, or simply Army. It's a service academy in West Point, New York. It was originally established as a fort since it sits on strategic high ground overlooking the Hudson River with a scenic view 50 miles north of New York City. It is the oldest of the 5 American service academies and educates cadets for commissioning into the United States Army. It's, where is it? The United States Military Academy, 16,080 acres. 16,080 acres. That's big. All right. but not the biggest military academy. Because, as I'm about to show you, number 2 on the list, the U.S. Air Force Academy. The campus of the academy covers 18,455 acres. That's 29 square miles. It's on the east side of the Rampart Range of the Rocky Mountains, just north of Colorado Springs. Its elevation is normally given as 7,258 feet above sea level, which is at the cadet area. What you're looking at is that triangle peak-looking thing, I think is their chapel, which when built, I guess, was controversial, but is now a landmark of that campus. So Army, or West Point, was 16,000, just over 16,000 acres. United States Air Force Academy, 18,000 acres. And this does not hold a candle to what's number 1 on the list. I guess Air Force, maybe, I don't know. Do they do flying there? Did they need all the land for runways and stuff? I don't know. But, yeah, that's huge. Let's just get to number 1. Number 1 is a college I had never heard of. But it is the largest campus for a college in the United States. Actually, in the world. Number 1, I'll show you a picture. You won't recognize it, probably. Here it is. This is Berry College. Berry. Berry College is a private liberal arts college in the Mount Berry community adjacent to Rome, Georgia. It's 59 miles northwest of Atlanta. The Berry campus consists of more than 27,000 acres of land. This includes fields, forests, and Lavender Mountain, making it the largest contiguous college campus in the world. I chose this picture because it showed a building and lots of land. I saw other pictures of buildings, and it appeared there was a small area of what looked like old buildings, but I think they were built to look old. And I don't know how many buildings are on campus. Does it say no? It doesn't. No, not here. No, it doesn't. Anyway, Berry College in Georgia, largest contiguous college campus in the world. Gary had a friend's daughter that went there. So you've heard of it. Amazing. Keith says, on MASH, Klinger tried to get out of the Army by trying to enter into West Point since he wasn't going to get in Section 8. Did he really? I don't remember that part. He was trying to get into West Point while already serving? Oh, I didn't know that. The more you know. All right, it is 7:58. Can I tell you about 5 Foolish Mortals? This is myself, Ben from Pepper Tree Villa, Charlie from the Disney Nerd Herders, and Derek and Gregory from D&G Explorers. Along with myself, we are going to get together this Saturday at 1 p.m. on the Disney Nerd Herders channel.
Nerds!
And we're going to do something involving decorating and Easter, probably eggs or something like that. We don't get together as often as we'd like, but we're doing it this weekend. It's going to be on the Disney Nerd Herders channel. Please join us for that. It should be goofy, silly, fun, and hope you can tune in for that. I hope Mouse Talk is going live. If they are, let's head on over there. Tell them it's a Sunshine Nation invasion. And I'll see you again next week at 7 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, for another Tuesday night More Sunshine Please live stream. Until then, thank you so much for being here. And have a good night. See you at Mouse Talk.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage, and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.